All right. So, reinforceable behavior. What you want the dog to do.
What I want her to do.
What you want her to do. It's a different mindset. Because when your dog is doing something you don't want it to do, it's like all you can think of is, I don't want my dog doing that.
Yeah, but what you want to think is you want the dog to do.
What do I want my dog to do? And then how can I reinforce
this,
that behavior? And your dog should have, you know, if it's jumping, there should be 3 or 4 different behaviors the dog can do that's reinforceable. So, and you're always looking as training, you're always looking for the next behavior that you can reinforce and ignoring what you don't want.
Right.
It's
right.
hard to it's hard to grasp that for us.
It is.
Because we're all about the negative.
Yeah.
We are a pain-oriented society.
Right.
Okay? So when you want to get off of work, you call up and tell them you're sick. You don't call up and tell them, I got tickets to the fair, I can't possibly come today, I've got a really fun day planned. That's not what you tell.
No.
You tell them I'm sick.
Yeah.
I got COVID. Here's the number one excuse of the decade. I have COVID, I won't be here.
Yeah.
And that can happen at any time, including 15 minutes before class starts.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like, oh, okay, well, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta say, what's up, Chuckles? What's up?
She grown a lot since you've seen her. She grows so much all
Does
the
she?
time.
Yeah. Papa. No, okay. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. So, one thing you can do to reinforce her reorienting to you, which is, it's just take it to the bank gold. That's golden. When a dog does that behavior, that's the dog checking. You always want the dog checking in with you. So one thing that I do, I call it whiplash. So I put a treat down, and then I go to the rear. And the dog turns around. Good. Good. You are good. Yeah. Good. 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 Okay. Okay. Cookie scatter. There you go. She's like, I'm not doing that. That old kibble. That kibble's new. That kibble's new and it's healthy. Yes, it's the healthy treat. Yes, it is. You know, you can be a real wild child when you want to be.
Oh my God.
You can be a real wild child. So I want, my goal is for you to walk out of here and have a semblance of how to get what you want.
Right.
From the dog, because this dog is going into adolescence, which you're going to be going, where's my puppy? Oh, my puppy was so good. You know, it's going in
she
down.
ain't real good. She's a sweet girl.
She's a sweet girl.
She is good. And she really doesn't give me a lot of problems other than that she likes to jump up on us. And, you know.
So that's, get yourself a little dollar store cookie jar or something that has a tight lid. Leave it outside the door, open up the door, and toss it in.
Yes.
And then if you walk in and she jumps on you, then you just wait for 4 feet on the floor, and you can do another toss. Okay? You just wait for the behavior that you want the dog to do, which is have 4 on the floor. Or she sits, or she does something that is
be rewarded for, or
that you want to reward her for. Yeah. What a good girl you are.
See, I missed my nap this morning.
You missed your nap. You missed your nap. So how's the house training going?
Good.
Yeah?
She's doing well.
So have you been using the crate?
Yeah, we have been using the crate, and she's doing really well. But when we go out, she pees. She pees on the leash. When Bob takes her out on the leash, he takes her to the same place, and she pees.
And she pees. There you go.
There was a couple of times she didn't pee, and like before we go to bed at night, or we try to get her out about 10 or so, so we give her some room. And she didn't pee, so he brought her in, and she went in the crate. Or did she play first and then went in the crate? What is it, crate or play first?
I would put her in the crate if she doesn't go to the bathroom.
Right.
And then about 10, 15 minutes later, I'd take her out of the crate and immediately go outside to the place.
Right. And then when she does pee, we just come in the house.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then she gets free time.
Right.
So, having a no or an is perfectly fine.
Okay.
But after the dog is fluent in the behavior. So my dog runs around like a maniac out there, and he's off leash. And my is he's not allowed to run on the road. Okay. His previous owner let him run on the road. Haven's not allowed to run on the road.
Right.
So, and he's learned that, and he stays until he's lost his mind, and then...
That's your boxer?
Yeah, and then he might go out, on the road, and I go, because he knows
that's not to go on
that that's not where he's allowed to go.
Yeah.
But he knows that. He understands what I want and what he can and can't do. So once the dog has that knowledge, then it's all about, then add your no.
What are you licking?
But while the dog is learning, no shuts down the learning gene.
Gotcha.
Okay, so if I'm teaching you something and I tell you, no, Mary, you're like, everyone, you go inward. So you're no longer learning. You're wondering, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, this is one of the things she does. When I get ready to go somewhere and I put my socks on or I'm getting dressed in the morning, she will not quit pulling on my sock. She'll get that sock out of my hand 3 times before I can get it on my foot. And of course you say, Ginger, no, stop,
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Does not work. And what you do is she doesn't know that since they don't have right or wrong, she doesn't know right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's not getting punished.
Right.
So she thinks, oh, mommy
playing.
wants me to do this.
Right.
So I would
Just ignore her.
I would just stop. Stop all action. You don't want her chewing on the sock. And I would give her a command. You know, sit, down, paw, spin,
Mm-hmm.
you know, whatever it is. Go to place. So, what's a behavior you want her to do?
Probably just sit would be fine with me.
Well, she's got sit. She
Okay.
does sit.
Okay.
She does that really well. Here's something to do to help. Spin is a great exercise to get the dog,
Okay.
to get the dog's yayas out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, you start it like this. You put the treat in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
and you go like this. Got it. Good. Okay?
Okay.
And then you keep it low. Good. And you want to do it both ways. She's a little better at clockwise than she is at counterclockwise. I can't remember which one. So here we go. Clockwise she's good at. Counterclockwise she's 50-50.
She's not a left-hander.
Yes, good. There you go. So we're going to do that 3 times with a treat. Yeah. Yes, very nice. Yeah, very nice. And now we're going to go that way. Yes, good. All right, so now we're just going to do this with our hand. Yes, good. Okay. And you have the treats in your pocket, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have anything in your hand anymore. Good. You mark it, and then you give a treat. Coming. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yes, good. Good. Yes. Very nice. Okay, so now you don't have to have the treat. She's learned, oh, this hand motion.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that hand motion for a couple of days.
Okay.
And then we're going to start saying the verbal cue, spin.
Okay.
And and then you'll do your hand cue.
Mm-hmm.
And
So you say it before. You have to. Yeah.
you have to say, you always add the new cue in first.
Okay.
And then give them the old cue.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might want to have different words for spin, or you might not. I do spin one way and spin the other, and they learn you got to spin both ways.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to go into dancing with your dog,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a counterclockwise and a clockwise word
See,
for
we
it.
dance all the time.
So, so it's always 3 times with the treat.
Okay.
Okay? 3 times with the treat. And then your hand is like this. So it's looking like you have a treat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do it 3 times without. And then you're going to start adding the verbal cue in.
After
Okay?
that.
So,
From then on, you would use the verbal cue.
well, you're going to use the verbal cue. Then you're going to do the hand cue.
Okay.
And if the dog doesn't get it, if the dog shuts down, then you might help it remember what you're wanting by putting a treat in your hand one time, and then without the treat. If the second time the dog doesn't do it, just get out of the training session. The dog doesn't want to do it anymore.
Is she, I lost the question, I'm sorry.
That's right. So I want you to
Oh,
practice.
does she start out? Does she start out sitting or anything? It doesn't matter. She's
No, it
just
doesn't
laying.
matter. She's all sorts of energy.
Mhm.
So this is you're getting the energy out. So keep it at her nose level so that her Yep. So do it So you're going the hard way first.
Okay.
So let's go the other way first because she turns up. Yes. Good. There you go. Now step in a little bit. There you go.
I'm just not tall enough, I guess.
You're tall enough. Yes, that's it. Good.
Girl.
There you go. Yeah. Don't worry if they don't get it the first time. They'll get it. Now go the other way. Go the way she does well. Yeah. Do what
Good
she
girl.
knows first, and
Good
then.
girl.
Yes, good girl.
Should I keep it closer to her, I guess, than way out here? Or does it matter?
Yeah,
Good
keep
girl.
it in close,
Okay.
and keep it so that her body is straight.
Okay.
That's her
Good
odd way, but
girl.
that's okay. And then this way
To the right.
is her good way.
Come here. Ginger.
So do the other way. Good girl. Now
Good.
now do the that way. Good
There you
girl.
go.
There you go.
Good
Now
girl.
you want to do it with, you're going to have treats in one hand, but you want to do it with your hand closed.
Okay.
Okay? So, good.
Good girl.
No, now you're going to give her a treat. There you go. Now you're going to do it the other way, hand closed. Good girl. Now
Good
give her a
girl.
treat. Yeah.
Good girl.
Very nice. You see how you transition
Mhm.
from having a treat in your hand to not having a treat in your hand. You want to get the treats out of your hand as fast as possible.
Okay. Okay.
Because if you don't, then you're going to be calling me up going, she'll do it, but only if I have a treat in my hand.
I see.
Good. Yeah.
Good girl.
There
Good
you go. That's it. Good girl.
Good girl.
Look at how much better she's getting at
Good
it.
girl.
Okay?
That's a good girl.
That's excellent. So then,
Do you want me to bring my treats? I didn't even ask you. I'm using your treats.
oh yeah, that's okay. I have, it's a write-off for me.
Okay.
Okay, so now what we want to do is, good. So I'm going to teach her to follow this. Good. So she stuck her nose out for it. So I'm going to take that.
So what are we teaching her? Just to follow?
Well, yeah, so the,
Oh, for a round. Okay, gotcha.
good. So I am shaping this behavior because this is all the further I can get her to go. Okay, we're not going to do it all the way. I see. But that's all right. Then we're just going to give it up. Yeah. Then we're going to have a cookie scatter.
Oh, boy.
But just because she doesn't do
Good.
it, we're still going to be happy.
Right.
We're still going to be happy because we don't want her thinking that she's done something wrong.
Right.
Oh my God. The worms in here. How did the worms get in here? The wind is really blowing.
They wanted to come in. It was cold outside, probably.
Well, they're already shriveled up. All right, so spin is,
And after we do this for 2 days, then we're going to start using the word.
then you're going to start using the word.
Okay.
So that's very good. You just want to get it down here
Yes.
so that,
Yes.
you know.
And that just takes her away from trying to take your socks or anything like that. Is that what we're doing?
We're just giving her, what we're doing is we're giving her another behavior.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, whenever the dog wants you to use your opposable thumbs in the house, like to open the door and let them out, or you don't have that because the dog goes out the dog door, but to feed or anything like that, I like to take a behavior and use that. This is the behavior for today to get me to do what you want me to do. So one day it's sit, the next day it's down, the next day it's spin. The next day it might be paw. The reason you do this is because you don't want to have the dollar store mentality. Everything's the same. So if you rely on sit for everything, think of yourself if I asked you to stand on one leg and sing happy birthday. The first day you'd really be working at it. And the second day you might be working at it. The third day you'd be kind of like, really, again? By the 29th day, you don't
want to do that now.
give a crap. So, having sit be the answer to everything.
I got you.
You like so good. Having it be the answer to everything is the luster is going to wear off of it.
Okay.
So having other things happen. Good. So now the down is good in between the legs. So now I want to see how she does with a mat. Because we worked with
one other thing I would like for her to do, and we can work on that sometime, is stay.
Well, that's what this mat works about.
Awesome.
Good.
Now I want you to know she's going in her
Good.
crate.
Free. Yes. Good. 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 Free. Free. Free, yeah. Good. Yeah. Good. Free. Good. Yeah. I know we're all done now. We're all done. We're all done. So let me show you what just happened.
Okay.
So the rules of mat work are like this. I had a dog that really liked mats.
Yeah.
The first week you're doing mat work, you put the mat down. So the dog sees you put the mat down, and it's interesting to the dog. There's no point in putting the mat down if the dog is engaged over here with its back. Okay?
Okay.
So pick your moments, put the mat down. The minute the dog's paw hits the mat, you mark that, and you treat. And you do that 3, 4, 5 times. And then you're going to do a quarter turn away, and you're going to say free. And the dog should come off the mat. There are no treats off of the mat.
Okay.
During this training period.
Okay.
Not forever, but while you're teaching, and not for, just this training cycle with the mat. So it's free. And then the dog comes off and you turn back to the mat, and the dog touches the mat, and you mark that and you treat, okay? So there's no stay without the dog understanding a free, without the dog understanding a release. So, and what we're doing with having the, what we're doing with when the dog puts its paws on the mat, you're treating, what we're doing with that is we're magnetizing it to the mat.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to have a go to place. So you might use her bed, you know, and that would be her go to place. So when the doorbell rings, you know, it's like, go to place. Ginger, go to place. And that's where she goes. It takes time to get there, okay?
Yes.
But,
So if you had like her crate there and and that's her go to place, so you would do the same thing. She would be in there and you'd be putting her treats in there because that's magnetizing her.
yeah, that's what we did last week.
Yes. She does well with that.
She does well with
Yes.
it. So now we're just taking it into a mat, just any mat. You could take the mat out of her crate to make it familiar.
Yeah.
So I love to, you know, once I'm done with one of these, this is nice because it's a little cushy. It gives them a little bit. So I'm going to step back because I want her to step on the mat. Good. The minute that paw goes on. This mat's a little small for her. So she went off the mat. So here's the thing. Good. She goes off the mat. That's fine. That's her choice. And one of the things we're doing with this work is we are giving the dog choice.
Okay.
We're giving the dog agency. There's no treats if you go off the mat.
Right.
If you're on the mat, there's treats. Good. 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 Free. Free. So you might just coax her off.
So that
Good.
free is just taking her off the mat. She does not get a treat for that.
There's no treats.
Treats if she's not
No
on the
treats off the mat. Yeah, the free is teaching her that you tell her how long she's on the mat.
Okay.
She doesn't just get up and decide when she's had enough of the mat. It takes time to get her there.
So she knows that free is to come to you, get off the mat.
Yeah, that she doesn't have to get off the mat.
Okay.
She has to know that she no longer has to stay on the mat.
Okay.
That's no longer a requirement.
I see.
In the beginning, I lure them, like I've got a treat in my hand, so that they start to learn the word free. She doesn't know what free means.
Right.
So what we're doing is we're teaching her what that means. Does she do Cheerios? She doesn't really do Cheerios.
Yeah, we'll try her. She might.
Okay. All right.
I can buy you some of that other stuff. She's using your stuff.
The only reason I'm changing is good. Yeah. Good. And I want her good. I want her head down. I don't, and I want this coming from above. Good. I don't want her looking up at me and thinking it's coming from me. I want it to be coming from the mat. Good. Free. And now you just turn back.
And when she gets on the mat, you start over.
Good, yeah. Yes. Good. Uh-huh. Good. So I'm putting the treat down when her head's down, not
When it's up looking at
when it's up. Takes a little bit of coordination. Free. Good girl. Yeah, we're done now. I know you want to do it more, but here, cookie scatter. Now you can do a cookie scatter there. I want you to do this
Okay.
so that you have a sense of this,
Okay.
because this is not going to come easy for you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's a lot of moving parts with this.
Mhm.
So, and I will send you a video that shows you the attraction release, which is what we're doing, attraction, and then the release is free. Step back so she steps on. Good.
Good.
Late. You were late. So keep the treats coming down there.
Good.
So her head stays down. She's not
Good.
looking to you
Good.
to get.
Good.
Now, turn away and lure her off.
Free. 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 Free.
Good.
Good.
Girl, now turn. No. Oh! Now turn back to the mat.
Okay.
So now you have to move around to this side of the mat. Good.
Good.
Yeah. And keep it coming. Put
Good.
another one down.
Good.
There you go. Another one
Good.
down. And that's enough. And now you're going to do a turn away.
Free. Free.
Lure with your.
Free. Free.
Yeah, there you go. Good girl.
Good.
Now turn back. And. Good.
Good. Good. Yep, I'm doing just what I'm not supposed to do.
Good.
Good.
So that's beautiful. So now, what you're starting to see. So I want you to pick the mat up, tell her she's a good girl. Yeah, good girl.
Good girl.
And then just give her a cookie scatter. So what you see right there is she has now offered you a down behavior.
She did.
So what you're going to get from mat work is the sit stay, the down, and the down stay. But this week we're not going to worry about any of that. We are all about one thing, and that is attraction and release from the mat.
Right.
So once next week, we'll start with specific cues, or not cues, specific marker words. So, or positions, locations where you put it. So with a down, it's between the paws. With a sit, when they do a sit on the mat, it's good. You just elongate it, good. But you don't want to do that this week.
Right, we're just teaching her.
We're just teaching her attraction release.
Right.
Let's try again. Will she, do you think she'll do, Cheerios is the best thing for this, because you're going to do about 20 of these. You're going to do 2 to 3 releases 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yep. Good. Good. Good.
It's okay. Now,
Free. Free.
lure.
Free. Free.
Yeah.
Free.
No, don't grab her.
Don't do that, Mary. Don't do that. Don't
Just
do
put
that.
your hand like this and pull it away.
Free. Free.
Don't quit saying free. Yes, good. All right, now turn back and let her get back on the mat. Good. She's on
Good.
it. There you go.
Good. Good.
Now turn away. Free.
Free. Free.
Good.
Free. Good girl.
You only have to say free once.
Once.
Okay, and she's back on the mat, so
Good.
yeah.
Good.
So you see what's happening.
Free. Free. So you give her
So
something.
you see what's happening. She's getting magnetized. It's like, why should I leave? So here's, you don't want to do it this way. You want to do it this way.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, see? Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're all done. Yes, it's all done.
Good girl.
All right, so questions.
Any question? Or what we've been doing?
What we've been doing, anything about this, and then we can go to any questions.
Oh, well, that's fine. No, I don't have any questions.
Is it clear?
Yeah, she puts her feet on the mat, and I don't want her head coming up. I'm just giving her enough of those. Then I turn a quarter of a turn this way, free, lead her over. She's off the mat.
Yeah, so just
No.
remember, your palm is always towards the dog's nose.
Okay, so when I'm giving her treats, I'm doing it this way, or just for this.
You're just dropping the treats
Yes,
when you're.
yes.
And
But when I'm bringing her away, free, I'm doing
Yes.
it this way. Okay.
all right.
I got
So if you've turned, if you're here and you've turned this way, you're going to use your left hand.
right.
If you've turned this way, you're going to use your right.
I got
You don't have to have a treat in it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You are so good. You are so good. Yes. So this is great stuff. I want to show you a video of this cookie scatter. It'll take me a minute to get it up.
Okay.
It is not my video, so I don't send this one to you.
Okay.
But it absolutely, yeah, bring a chair over. It
Okay.
absolutely shows you your dog's never going to be like this dog, because this dog is an Australian Collie, which is like a border collie on steroids. Okay?
Mhm.
That's my horse, Carmody. She's no longer alive.
Aww. How long was she there? Beautiful girl.
She's gorgeous, isn't she?
Yeah.
And she'd be in the summertime, she'd be white like that. In the wintertime, she'd be red.
You like to ride horses, huh?
I know, I was not a rider. Never a rider. But I liked having them.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're not doing this. Remind me later.
Wow.
Okay, so.
So you train those,
Those are my search dogs. Vader and Tia.
Wow.
Yeah, they were something.
Wow.
They were something.
Who was that with them? Was that you?
Uh-huh.
Good gosh, what happened to you? You melted down.
I did melt down.
Yeah.
That was a lot heavier. You know, that was menopause. That was a lot heavier in the menopause. Now I'm just old. So when you're old.
Well, I'm old. I had lost him, my oldest. My youngest or whatever.
Okay, so now we're going to go to this and this. And I should have this somewhere.
Ginger, don't eat that worm. She's gonna eat it anyway. You're
Yes.
chewing that worm. It's like a snail.
No, I'm not quite as bad as a snail. Okay,
Oh, I
so
love snails.
garlic.
Mm.
CU is all about. Okay, so. No. Too soon. I have to go back to. Oh no, it is this one. Okay. Okay, so this is the puppy. This is teaching what we just taught, okay? you're using a marker word instead of a clicker, okay?
This puppy is already familiar with the sound of a clicker. Let's just check it because this is a loud one. This is a box clicker. She may have been trained with a button clicker, which would be quieter. So let's try this in a polite fashion, further away from her head. Yeah.
That's called charging the clicker. You're just getting the dog used to
As
it.
soon as I put the mat down, the session begins. Game on.
Oh, look at that. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Notice the cookies go on the mat, not from my hand to her mouth. It's not about me. It's about being on the mat.
Smart.
You don't do that.
Yes. Yes. I was like, you did. I caught that quick.
But this shows you that magnetizing. Now this is Kazi. Kazi was a world-class agility dog.
Okay.
Kazi is still alive and totally blind now.
Oh.
But, and not old.
Get Cosy. Oh. She only clicked once. Huh?
You only have to click once. She's wowing because the dog's in a down. She uses okay instead of free.
Oh, she just knows to go back.
They're magnetized.
Yeah.
Reinforcement has the behavior increase. And what you're noticing here about Ginger is Ginger's like, lay down the mat. It's like, hey, this area pays. Why should I go anywhere else?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty amazing. So I have video of me doing it with my little dog. I have video of a client of mine going through all the steps of mat work, which is, there's several.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see how you can progress with this. And then I'll send you a video of my little bear at Fall Fido where he laid for hours on the mat. I put a mat.
Tell me about him.
Yeah.
Where is Fall Fido?
Fall Fido just happened, and it was at Melvin Park in Chapin. It happened last
Really?
Sunday. Yeah.
Oh. And what do?
They have vendors, and it's people bring their dogs, and they just walk around with their dogs, and visit different vendors and see. There's dog-related vendors. There's all sorts. State Farm was there. So, but it gives your dog an opportunity to be around other dogs and a lot of people. They'll have agility there. I think they had a luring course this time. Sometimes they have an agility course. Sometimes they have Richland County police dogs doing detection work and things like that. I don't think they had that. They just lost a dog.
Did they just lose one?
They just lost
Bob's
one.
really familiar with them because they bring their the place he scubas with. They bring their dogs. The police force brings them, and it's beautiful when they bring them. But it's really a big loss when they just like a person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a person dying. It's a police officer, This one got caught up in razor wire.
Oh my word. How horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Are they always German Shepherds?
No, and most of the time they're Malinois now. But they can be anything. Here you'll find Springer Spaniels, Border Collies. Border Collies are more in detection work and things like that. hounds,
Oh, yeah.
bloodhounds,
Bloodhounds
big.
are awesome,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyhow, that is where we're at. There we go. Okay. So you're gonna do mat work this week.
Mat
You're gonna
work.
do spin
Okay, I'm gonna do
because
spin
that's a
mat work.
fun
Yes.
thing to do.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And you're gonna do reinforcing the dog when it reorients to you.
Okay.
Because here's the thing with when you get the dog so that it knows solidly that reorienting to you is a good thing, you can start to get environmental cues. So you can have the door frame be an environmental cue that the dog immediately goes out the door, turns around, and reorients to you.
Okay.
That way you don't have a door dasher that goes out the front door
Right.
and is gone.
Right.
You know, because
Right.
it's the most exciting thing that's happened for a while.
She's like, okay, I'm done.
She is done.
Yeah.
She did really well. She did really well.
Well, I'm glad that she's learning.
Yeah.
It's me, so much learning is me doing what I want the dog to do. Right?
Yes, learning what you want the dog to do. So we're going to do spin
Okay.
and mat work
Okay.
and we did whiplash, which is reorienting.
Did I lock my keys in the car?
And we did jumping, I hope not. And we worked on jumping too. Do you have them?
No, I don't think I locked the car though. I couldn't because I didn't have the keys in my hand.
Well, the good news is it's still there.
Hopefully. Ginger, look, you've left two things there. Eat your treats. Get your treats.
All right, I'm gonna
Here's the other one.